Hey guys, now before we get into this video, please hit that like button and subscribe, and get ready to share this video with your friends and family, your social media, your neighbors, heck, even your dog. Alright, now let's get into this. Here are some of the mistakes I've made in my journey as a webcomic writer, artist and creator that I hope will help some of you out there, those of you who are just starting, getting into webcomics and doing your own webcomics, or whether you're writing a webcomic, whatever it is. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, now the first mistake you want to avoid, let's say you've got yourself a webcomic story, you've drawn it all up, you've got enough webcomic episodes to last you a few months worth of updates. Alright, so then you start posting it on Webtoon or Tapastic Fantastic. I post on Tapastic Fantastic. Now, the first mistake you want to avoid is on your social media platforms where you'll most likely be starting promoting your webcomic. You don't want to spam your social media. First big mistake you can make, and when I started out, this is the first mistake I made. Constantly spamming my webcomic, posting links episode after episode, every second for a few hours. Now why is that a mistake? It's a mistake because when you tweet your comic content constantly like that, you're annoying a lot of people. You might get a couple of followers here and there, but you'll definitely lose a lot more followers on the long run. And since you're first starting out, that's something you can't afford to do, because you need to be building that fan base. So if anything, what you want to do is, when you're posting your content, you want to post less of it, but you want to be offering new information. So let's say we went through my Almighty Eye series, and I went ahead and I tweeted all 110 episodes of it in 20 minutes. And then in about 12 hours time, or less, I do it again. That's annoying. I'm posting the same links twice a day. I'm annoying my followers. They're leaving. I'm not getting the engagements, and worst of all, it is hurting my growth. It hurts your growth doing that constantly. I know some people do it, and like I said, I've been guilty of this myself. In fact, for nearly 5 years, I've been guilty of that. I messed up doing that, and I know I have. And I'm trying. I'm at the stage where I'm posting less and getting a lot more for it. So what you want to do instead is post less of it. It's okay to drop a link to your webcomics every now and then, but you want to be posting other things as well. And with social media, you've got an endless pool of opportunity to post other content. For example, you can provide fan service for other webcomics you enjoy, and bringing followers from that webcomic over to yours to check out your content. And people actually do that. A lot of fans of certain webcomics will come and check yours out if you're providing fan service to webcomics that you're enjoying as well as what they're enjoying. This brings more more people over to you, and you'll get more engagements, and you'll start building more of a fan base and building a bit more of a community feel, and building trust with your fans, as well as other creators and people who haven't quite decided to be your fans yet. And that's very important, and you're not going to do that if you're just constantly just posting your links, thinking you're going to get engagements or make sales or whatever it is you're trying to do, because all you're doing is annoying people, you're making people angry, and you only hurt the only one you're really hurting is yourself. Anyway, I could go 20 minutes on that. Now, another mistake is being inconsistent as well. So I'm not saying with that last point to not be consistent with your work, because you can post things about your work without spamming the crap out of your followers and fan base, and just dropping links and just trying to get the quick buck. You need to think long term. And other things that people like is sample art. So if you just draw like a picture of your character, that is enough to get people talking. Rough drafts, things like that's other content that you're creating that you can post about, that you don't necessarily have to leave a link to your webcomic, and ultimately annoying people. And you can use different hashtags and things like that to get a different range of followers coming to your content. So it all brings more people over to enjoy your content, people who are going to buy that t-shirt and hit that like button. Okay, but seriously, that's what it can lead to. I've started getting a habit posting about everything I do, what I've done for the day, using hashtags and different algorithms. At this point, especially when you're starting out building webcomics, you want to be posting about your work. You want to be helping others who are more or less and most likely struggling to do the same thing you're doing. That way you're providing value to what you're doing as well. You're providing value within yourself. Even me getting in front of this camera right now, talking to you guys, I know I'm helping a few people out. I'm helping people who are trying to do the same thing that I'm doing. It's all for the benefit of the webcomic community as a whole, as well as benefiting myself and others. Another mistake I find that a lot of people make who start webcomics and things like that is expecting success right away. And this is also something I've been guilty of in the past, which it's really a really bad mindset, because when you're doing webcomics and you think, oh, these are good, these are just gonna succeed and jump right off the bat, you get really, really disappointed when they don't. And I guarantee you, your webcomics are not going to succeed right away. Not unless you're already got a really good website, you promote other really awesome content, you've already got that fan base there before you even started posting your webcomics. Unless you've done all that prior to posting and doing webcomics and really releasing them and getting into it, you're going to find yourself disappointed that your webcomics and your content have not taken off immediately. And you don't want to fall into that trap, because then you'll become demotivated to keep drawing and keep those updates coming. You'll figure, oh, no one's even liking this, why am I even doing it? And ultimately, by expecting success early on, you're taking all the fun out of it, which is most important. You cannot allow the fun to be taken out of what you're doing. Like I myself with special social media marketing, trying to get more engagements and things like that. I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy the challenge of it. Every time I get a new follower or someone hits a new like on my Twitter post when I'm tweeting about my webcomics, or even when I'm providing fan service to someone else and I see someone like that tweet, or if I post a Dragon Ball fan art or something, I see someone like it, I appreciate all those small victories. You know, there's something about how people go, you know what, I'm gonna climb this big mountain, I'm gonna climb this huge mountain, but then they get disappointed when they don't do it, especially right away. And the thing is, and the reason they feel so disappointed when they don't get all the way to the top is because they do not appreciate the small victories, like making that first ledge, making that first step. And you need to take the time to celebrate those small victories. This will keep you in a positive and happy mindset, and you will keep doing it. Whether or not you succeed you have success with your webcomics today, tomorrow, a decade from now, it's not going to matter, because you will see every like and engagement as a potential victory. And it is. All those little engagements and likes you get are always steps closer to getting where you want to go. Your smallest successes today can lead to something bigger tomorrow or in a decade from now, whatever it is. Which is why being consistent is very important. You don't want to fall into the frame of mind thinking that because you're a really talented artist that you're automatically going to hit success, or that you're the best writer in the world and that you're going to hit success. No, you've got to work. You've got to work on it. You've got to put the work in. You've got to build it, like everything else. When you build yourself up, when you go out and hit the gym and work on yourself, or you read self-help books or financial books, all those little things you do to help yourself, that's how you want to treat what you're doing. And if you can, if you're improving yourself, ultimately I find if you improve yourself, you're going to improve the quality of your own work. So definitely stay consistent and start thinking that everything you do is ultimately helping your webcomics out. Because like I said, working on yourself, improving yourself, like taking 20 minutes in the morning to grab the dumbbells and do a bit of a workout, do a couple of push-ups in the morning, and then getting yourself all motivated and pumped. In fact, if I didn't do that this morning, I probably wouldn't be here making this video right now. And that's because I did that. That got me pumped, it got me energetic, and it's got me ready to tackle the world today. And because of that, my video today has probably got a lot more energy in this video than what would have happened if I had skipped the morning exercise. Or, in fact, like I said, I probably wouldn't have even made the video. I probably would have gone straight to the couch and sit down. Not a very good way to start a productive day, I'll tell you.